Hey everybody, you guys see the title of the video. We're talking about, is the LDY Sirius a Kraken Killer? Now I was just flipping my Kraken a bunch, recording some videos, and that's the perfect time to switch over to the Sirius and talk about whether or not this balisong is a Kraken Killer. Now if you don't know, Kraken's one of the best balisongs in the hobby. It's like a standard balisong. And so a Kraken Killer is a balisong that basically makes it obsolete. The long and short of it is that. And does the LDY Sirius do that, in my opinion? And now, I can understand why people say yes, and I understand why people say no. In terms of the build and the quality of the construction, yes, this is a Kraken Killer. This is just as good, if not better, than a Kraken. Case closed. Good night. But in terms of flipping, that's where I'm a little more hesitant. So yeah, it's true that this balisong, you know, it's a live blade. There's a kukri and tanto, or the trainer. It's got these nice handles, great anodization. Sometimes they have patterns on them, like mine. And sometimes LDY sends you them for free and they put your name on the inside. And that is super cool. I love LDY for that. So yeah, I was sent this for free, but that doesn't really affect this video too much. So the flipping performances of the two are both really good. They are both as good as you could really want them to be. They're not lacking in anything. It's just that they're different. In my Kraken kind of follow-up video, I said that for being a squid product, it was pretty neutral. And that's true. But that doesn't mean it is neutral. The Sirius is still much more neutral than the Kraken is. And the handles are noticeably lighter. They do flip similarly enough that you don't really need to adjust the way you flip. But it definitely feels different while you're flipping. And I think that that's the biggest thing that is different between them. Obviously they look completely different, but functionally they're pretty similar. But yeah, that balance is just slightly different. Now what does that mean? That means that the Kraken is going to be slightly better if you're really, if your style is more rollover based and you have a lot of continuing momentum. But if you're someone that really likes tech, or you like to change momentum a lot, do a lot of ricochets, like I tend to do, that means that the Sirius might be the better balisong for you. And that's just kind of the way it is. Neutral balisongs are better for changing momentum, and handle bias balisongs are better for rollovers and keeping the balisong going. So, are there any other things to consider? Well, they do feel very different in the hands, but I'm not going to talk about that too much because both balisongs have an ample amount of grip. The only thing to note is that the Sirius doesn't really have jimping. It has these side cutouts and then these little like chamfer type cutouts, which probably is good enough. I'm not honestly too sure because I don't do ladders. But the Kraken has actual jimping. So if you're someone that uses jimping a lot, the Kraken might be better. I would definitely still, if you're able, try a Sirius and see if it's good enough for you. Because it might. I just can't say with any level of confidence whether or not this is going to be enough grip. So then it kind of comes down to, for me personally, would I not would I replace my Kraken, but if I had only a Sirius or a Kraken, if I could only get one balisong, which one would I buy? Not which one would I get, which one would I buy with my money? And for me, you know, if it was just me by myself, nothing else included, I'd have to go with the Sirius. It's like half the cost of the Kraken and flips just as well. Like before I got my Kraken, there was nothing about my Sirius that I was like, dang, I wish this was better. No, I love this. But then I got the Kraken and it was just, I love it too for different reasons. So I think if I could only buy one, I would buy the Sirius. Now, as somebody who does content creation, I actually think it's better for me to have a Kraken. And that's for reasons I've stated before, that it is the go-to balisong, so it's really good to have as a comparison tool. But obviously, most of the people that watch my videos don't make videos. So if I could only buy one, I would buy the Sirius. I would recommend the Sirius over the Kraken. Maybe that's a controversial opinion. I don't know. If you can get both, sure, get both. Even better, if you can go to Blade Show and try both, try both. But keep in mind, the Sirius is about half of the cost. So, you know, comes with spare hardware, including bushings, I think. I'd have to double check. Comes in a really nice carrying case. Not a bag, comes with a case. Comes with LDY branded bandages. Really, it comes with more than the Kraken for less money. So that's kind of what my thoughts are on whether or not the Sirius is a Kraken killer. I don't think it is a Kraken killer necessarily. But you know, that's in like the same way that like a big fast food chain doesn't kill McDonald's, but it does kind of eat into their sales a little bit, you know? The Sirius isn't going to wipe out the Kraken, and it hasn't wiped out the Kraken. But between the two of them, the Sirius, I think, is the way to go. And, you know, that's how I feel. I'd love to hear how you guys feel in the comments down below. Are you partial to either of these balisongs? Of course, if you have video suggestions, you can leave them in the comments down below. I hope you have all had a wonderful day, and until next time, keep flipping.